Hi everyone, it's me, Jordan here, or Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about, well, remember when I made my video, my take on haters? That's exactly the way they act like. Now, some people might say that what I'm doing could get me in trouble. No. I'm not so concerned about any retaliation from any of them, because I'm not going to do anything that will get retaliation from them. Okay, there are these certain types of detractors who like to cyber stalk you. They go on your feeds, they see you playlisted or favorited something, then they start leaving their little video comment replies to your video comment replies. Now, these people, they're not that bright. They think that you're going to read what they leave, and they think that's going to fluster you. But most likely you're just going to remove the comment in question and just go through your day. Okay? Now, moving on. The real topic of this video is about arguing, fighting, ranting, and about how it's a privilege that only elite few people get, but even then, nobody actually has it. If it's a right, then everybody would be doing it. But ranting apparently is only an exclusive privilege to those who have either been through hardships, who are productive. Well, actually, think of it back. You have to be productive and go for hardships. If you don't go for either of them, then you do not get the ranting privilege. Now, I know people who work and people who go to school and have hardships are going to claim that it's not a privilege, it's not a right, it shouldn't be done at all. Most likely it'll be like this. Some people think you disrespect them by things you may do, like you planned it out. You know what, Gail said? You having problems with your computer? You did that by purpose to piss me off. You sat there and you said, "Oh, how can I piss her off? Which script that? Yeah, computer. You know the cue. Time to fall apart. Time to start having a problem when she gets in the door." I'm like, you think I actually sat there and had a production meeting with my computer and say, "Okay, computer, remember, this is your cue to start acting up. It's my cue to start acting up too. I'm doing it by purpose because I just love it when you're angry." Now, I know some people are going to say, that's far-fetched. Some people are going to say, that's got to be sick or something. Yeah, there actually are people, I'm not going to mention anyone by names, but there are people who think you have production meetings, that you predetermined, you set all this up, and that the joke's on whoever is on the receiving end of it. Now, I get it. People don't like conflicts. Who doesn't? Nobody likes conflicts, but they're going to happen. It's not like you can sit there and plan your conflict. If somebody actually had evidence that you actually sat there and tried to sabotage something, that you actually sat there and planned this all out, then they would say you're doing it by purpose. But you don't sit there and plan all your stuff out, so there's no way they can accuse you of doing it by purpose to piss them off. And there's no way they can claim they're a victim. You see, when someone's upset with something, that's their little personal moment. Okay, it's not everybody else's, not a victim of it. Okay, me having a problem with something is not me victimizing and bullying someone else. Okay, because we'd say the shoe or the sock or the boot or the sandal or the flip-flop or flipper is on the other foot. Then these people, then it's not like I'm not going to come up to them and accuse them of pulling that on me. Oh, Diva Talks, I want to tell you, you decide, you have a problem with that camera recorder as offending me. You're bullying me by having a problem with the camera recorder. No, I'm not. Me having a problem with the camera recorder is my own problem. It's not your problem. I'm not demonizing I'm not demonizing and villainizing you. And I didn't sit there and plan the camera recorder to malfunction at that point so I could act like I was upset to get you upset for real. But that's what I think. And I think that ranting is a right. It's not a privilege that the graduates in the school of hard knocks happen, or the productive, or the hardships out there, that you get it, that you are allowed to have that privilege. And I know that people rant about all kinds of things. Everything from your automobile's malfunctioning to your bank account or credit account having problems. But people rant about all kinds of things. It's not like you got to sit there and have to, stamp important, not important. Just saying. Now I know there are going to be some idiot out there some people are going to say, oh, but ranting is not a right. Ranting is not a privilege. Well, if it wasn't a right or a privilege, it's the emotion, I guess. Now, I'm not here to say that that's what people think, but that's how they act like. Something happens, they get pissed off because they think you planted it out. They think, oh, you did this by purpose. But the funny thing is, they're never around when the problem happens. They show up after the problem's occurring, when you ask for them for help or when they hear something. If they were actually in the room with you when something like that went down, they could not sit there and accuse you of by purposely pulling that stunt just to get attention or to make them angry. Obviously, everybody's got problems with coping with stuff, and everybody does. The productive, the people who have hardships, whatever. If you're going to sit there and try to villainize and demonize everyone for having a problem because you're not having one, and then when you have a problem you can't go around and villainize everyone for having problems or arguing, because there's going to be a day where you're going to have that argument, you're going to have that problem, and you don't want somebody sitting there saying, oh, you're a bad person because your car's not working. You're a bad person because you complained about it. That's bullying me. You're harassing me. You planned that all out. I'm just saying. I'm Jordan, and I'll see you later.